Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Blind. The free time episodes. In the last one we did Ryoma's free times and Love Hotel and yeah, it was quite sad. Just a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. You know what? I thought on it for like 5 whole minutes. If even that. And yet, his might be my favorite free time event so far. I gotta say. I think it's a bit of a toss-up between him and Himiko right now. On who has my favorite free times. So you know. Like on one hand, right? I like Himiko's because it sort of explains to us why she is the way she is, or why she was the way she was in the first half of the game. And like Ryoma's is kind of the same, but Ryoma also has such a strong presence with his own thing in chapters 1 and 2 that it's like the backstory to it was almost supplementary, despite the fact that it was integral. Do you know what I mean? I've kind of felt that with a lot of the free times in this game, actually. That we've done so far, that because so many of these characters were so well explored in the main story, that their free time events don't need to be that, like, super deep and compelling. You know what I mean? Like, they can just be a little bit of fun. I think maybe that's what... Because just thinking about it, right? Like, in Danganronpa 2, I was all like, oh my god! These are so good! For, like, almost all of them, except Sonya's and Teruteru's. Where they were just like... You know what? Sonya's was very much like this game's, where it's just a little bit of fun on the side, except that Sonya wasn't, like, super well explored in the story. Actually, wasn't explored at all in the story. Just, you know I love Sonya. I find her incredibly entertaining. But she isn't, like, a well-explored character, like, at all. And that's where her free time events really failed her. And then Teruteru's were just, like, kind of boring. Like, they had that semblance of something... But, like, they could have explored something, but they never did. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, I think Danganronpa 2 needed to do that with its free time events. Like, needed them to be so good. Because so many characters just didn't get anything in the main story. Like, so many of them were just there. In fact, you know, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that 3/4 of the cast were just there to be comic relief. And that's all they were for the entirety of the main game. So then, like, all their depth was in their free time events. Whereas here, it's sort of been, like, sanctioned out. So, like, they had depth. Pretty much everyone had depth in the story. So they need less in their free time events to make them feel complete. Does that make sense? Because that's sort of what I'm feeling right now. You know? Does that make sense? Maybe it does make... Like, it makes sense to me, but maybe just, like, the way I'm telling this, I'm not sure if it makes a ton of sense. I think it does, but, yeah. Alright, how should I spend my day today? Oh, am I gonna spend it with Kirumi? That wasn't obvious. I'm pretty sure Did I say that already? I'm pretty sure I said that this is the Kirumi episode. I mean, the title and thumbnail should have already told you that too, but... Oh shit, I can actually talk to Exisals? Yeah? What are you talking to me for? You're too scared to find true love? Nothing stupider than being too scared to fall in love. No matter how much you stress over it, you can never know what others are thinking. Yeah, the only guarantee in life is you can't go anywhere unless you take the first step. Once you're moving, there's nothing else you can do except crash and burn. But, you do end up crashing and burning. Don't tell anyone it was my idea. You can talk to the Exisals? Well, shit. Sorry, Kirumi. I'm gonna have to go find the other Exisals now. So I can chat with them. They've got things to say! There was one around here, right? Yeah. Is that Monotaro or Monophony? It's Monotaro.
You came a schlong way just to talk to me? I knew you had great taste. Since you got such great taste, let me give you some advice. Even in a reality dating show, sometimes the hard-ons of life can become too much. That's why it's important to relax every now and then. Especially when life comes at you with a hard-on. Got it?
I fucking love the ridiculous shit that comes out of that fucker's mouth. Like, it's so dumb, borderline pointless, and I love it. Oh, hello. I see you're not in your Exisal.
You're wasting your time coming here, you know that? But if you want to see me that badly, then I won't stop you. Is this about the coins? Have you been using me for my money this whole time? She gave me 3 casino coins as an allowance.
And off she goes. Well, thanks for the dosh, Monophony. Alright. Monodam, Monokid, where are you? Where are you? I swear to God, if you're not around these parts, I'm gonna have a fit. Hello? Hello? Well, there's Monokid. Oh, and there's Monodam. There we are.
Meow! This wishy-washy lovey-dovey crap ain't doing anything for me. I bet shoving Monodam in a scalding hot bath will heat things up.
I got 5 casino coins flung at me.
Great, thanks for the money, my dude. Really, a lot of money. Speaking of money, I still haven't spent those fucking monocoins. Hello, there is nothing here. Technically, that means there is nothing here. Here.
You discreetly handed me 5 casino coins and left the way I came.
Right, could I just do a back alley deal with Monodam? Oh, we're nearly 10 minutes in and I haven't even spoken to Kirumi yet. It's alright, I'm just stalling because she's my least favorite. Okay, I mean, I'm half joking. She is my least favorite, but that's not why I'm stalling. I'm sorry, Kirumi. I'm sorry. I can tell this is gonna be a long episode.
If so, I will follow you wherever you wish to go.
Well, spend some time with her.
It might be close to impossible for us to leave this academy, but I should not say such things all the time. Let us think of a way to escape this academy. Kirumi and I spent some time planning an escape. Kirumi and I grew a little closer today.
I would love to. No, I'm pretty sure I have a lot of gifts for her. So I know that I've read the ketchup. That's definitely for her. Something else that I was like, oh, that's definitely for her. Actually, the broom is like, yeah, it's also used for cleaning, so that's for Kirumi. Actually, now that I look at it, maybe the sewing kit would be good for her as well. You know, fixing shit. Someone else, though. Someone else. Was it the tissues? No, I don't think it was the tissues. Oh, it was these! Sparkly sheets. Yeah! Clean a mess in a kitchen. I should probably like this as well. Oh. Wait. No, never mind. That's air freshener, not like cleaning liquid. I guess we'll start from the top, work our way down. You know, she'd probably end up liking a lot of the cooking stuff, wouldn't she? She was big on cooking. Here you go, Kirumi.
It seems I do not have to give you any advice on how to select the right gift. You have made me incredibly happy. Shuichi, how can I help you?
Help me?
Give me any command. I will do anything for you.
I don't really have anything to ask of you at the moment.
Why did you talk to me then?
Well, I was thinking that we could spend some time together. Is that alright?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay then.
If that is what you wish for, then I will wait by your side forever.
Oh, no, that's not a problem. Okay, yeah.
So, please do not hesitate and request anything.
It's not that I want you to wait on me, I just wanted to be with you a while.
That is a rather vague request. What do you wish for me to do?
I already told you I don't wish for you to do anything.
Why did you call for me then?
Alright, how about this? Let's talk about something.
Would you like me to serve you by keeping you company?
Serve?
Is that not what you wished for?
No, that isn't quite it. What should I say? Kirumi's a maid, perhaps that's why she's so insistent about this. But at this rate, I'm gonna suffocate Kirumi as being so serious. Or, at this rate, I'm gonna suffocate Kirumi as being too serious.
Is this the route we're going to go down with these free time events? That she takes her job too seriously and she needs to take a load off? Because that's certainly the sentiment I got from her whole trial.
Hey, Kirumi. Didn't you chat with your classmates during lunch breaks or after school?
I had, somewhat. Why do you ask?
Well, because I want to spend time with you in that way. For example, perhaps we could drink some tea in the dining hall?
Yes, that is fine. Then let us go to the dining hall.
Oh, good. She seems to understand.
Shuichi, what would you like to drink? Tea or coffee?
Tea, I suppose.
Understood. I will go and prepare it. Please wait.
Good, Shuichi, you're a tea guy. Coffee? Nuh-uh.
Wait, Kirumi! Oh, too late. She's already in the kitchen. I didn't mean to make her prepare tea all by herself.
And sorry that I just cut there. Not that, I mean, really doesn't bother you guys, does it? It's just a bit of an abrupt jump in audio a little bit, musically. Yeah, you know, I just came in, destroyed the fucking setup, as usual, you know. Happens a lot. Kirumi would not be, pleased with me, would she? You know, it is what it is.
I didn't mean to make her prepare tea all by herself.
And she's back.
My apologies for making you wait. It is done.
Kirumi returned pushing a cart. On that cart was... Whoa! What is all this?
It is your afternoon tea.
Well, I can see that, but I've never seen something so extravagant. Delightful sandwiches, cakes, scones lined up on the cart. The tea smelled so wonderful, it put all the other tea I had ever had to shame. She prepared all that in just minutes. Is this the power of the ultimate maid?
Shuichi, please sit here.
Yes, thank you. I sat down, but noticed Kirumi standing still with perfect posture as always. Kirumi? Aren't you going to sit?
But if I sit as well, then I cannot serve you.
I don't want you to serve me. Come and sit with me.
I prepared this just for you. Sit, please.
But...
Shuichi, you commanded me to prepare you tea, and I intend to complete any requests given. Please enjoy this tea.
Okay. I mean, actually, I asked you to have tea with me, but, well... I guess it's up to you on how you interpret orders.
Yeah, I think I've got a sense for the direction these are going to take.
Kirumi waited on me hand and foot, and I returned to my room. The tea, the cake, the sandwiches, the scones, the cakes, they were all excellent.
I mean, this is sort of a light thing we touched on in the story, right? So, like, everyone sort of put Kirumi to work just because she'd do it. And I know in her likes and dislikes, it says she dislikes having time off. She's certainly a bit of a busybody, but I mean, still, you know?
Still have some time. What should I do?
Girl needs a little bit of a break every now and then, I think. You know, it's not good to overwork yourself for a number of reasons. Yeah. I actually really like Kurumi's theme here. I really like the color scheme. And the spiderweb aesthetic is also quite enjoyable.
A genuine maid who takes every word as an order. She makes wonderful tea and her abilities are endless.
I mean, yeah, that is effectively the only thing you could take from that free time event.
So then I'll follow you wherever you wish to go.
No, glad this is nice and quick. You know, I will say, despite the fact that Kirumi is my least favorite character in this game, she does have a really clean design. It's probably one of my favorites in the game, to be honest. Like, it's so simple, but so good. You know what I mean? Or can you see what I mean, I guess? Considering that it's a design. Simple yet effective. Like how I think these free time events may end up being. Broom. Well, actually, you know what? Let's give her the sewing kit. See if she does actually like that.
I never told you I needed this, but is it truly alright for me to have this? Thank you. This will help me immensely. If I use this, this can help everyone as well. Of course it will. I will sew all their buttons back onto their shirts.
Kirumi? Is something wrong? I heard you sighing. That's really not what I would have expected from you.
My apologies. It was rude to sigh in front of you.
No, I don't mind. Don't worry about it.
You know, I realize I've completely forgotten the Kirumi voice, you know? I feel like it's spreading
a little too much into the Tenko voice, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of got that same sort of... I mean, it's not really, but... I feel like the Tenko voice might be a bit wrong in my head then. It's a certain lilt. Of course, Tenko wouldn't speak so like this. You know, there's a certain manner to which words are punctuated. But yeah, that does make me feel better. To be honest, I'm worried about something.
What about?
Since a part of my memory is lost, I cannot remember it clearly. Perhaps because I'm trapped here, I've abandoned my master. From an employer's perspective, it would seem like I disappeared without a trace.
I suppose that is worrisome.
Yeah, I guess especially for her, right? Just disappearing. Even without the context of whole, you know, prime minister. I guess it would be pretty, damaging to her reputation as the ultimate maid if she just leaves.
Yes, to be unable to complete a request.
Kirumi probably thinks that's unforgivable. I'm sure that some people depend on Kirumi to work. I'm sure that your employer is very worried not seeing your work.
That is true.
Hey, Kirumi.
Where are you going with that, Shuichi?
If it's alright with you, could you tell me a little bit about your employer?
Okay, you know what, actually, that makes logical sense to follow up with, yes, with,
oh, can you tell me about the employer then?
Never mind, I guess I just thought he was really just trying to answer a closed response, you know? Or follow on from a closed response.
I'm interested in hearing what kind of work the Ultimate Maid has done in the past.
Since it is confidential, I cannot tell you much, but according to my memories...
Confidential?
The last person I served was an author of light novels.
I see, an author. How quaint. A maid that waits on an author.
He had so many ideas, but he was in turmoil because he could not write them all. So I offered advice on writing quickly. After listening to me, he was able to publish a novel per month. He was quite grateful.
That's pretty speedy.
One per month? How was he able to do that?
Well, I did half of the work for him, of course.
Ah. So you're perfect, is what you're saying, Kirumi. You have every single skill. I see.
Before him, I served a politician from a foreign country. I served as his maid, but I also acted as a mentor for Mahjong.
A politician needed a mentor for Mahjong?
Well, the country had a peculiar system. They decided everything with Mahjong.
Of course they did.
The person I served won against all his rivals and became the prime minister.
So Kirumi can play Mahjong too. That's amazing, Kirumi. You're always with successful people. It really makes the fact that you made, like, the worst fuck up in the series that much more embarrassing, huh?
Okay, I think the dropping the tire thing is more so just a slightly dodgy writing decision. I probably shouldn't lay that at Kurumi's feet, but, you know.
I completed requests the maid would do, which is why, if I serve you, then you will be able to walk the same path of success.
Huh? Me?
It's a lot of faith. I mean, perhaps rightly so, but that's a lot of faith in your own abilities there, Kirumi.
Shuichi, I see potential in you. Similar to the people I have served in the past. Perhaps you are a diamond in the rough. If I support you, then maybe you can become more successful.
You think so? There's no way I choose my own path. Well, I mean, I choose my own path. It's certainly something Shuichi would say at the end of the game, but that's not... I feel like there's no way is more of the Shuichi response, but I don't know. I like that better. I like I choose my own path a little bit better. You know, I mean, I don't know. From like my own personal standpoint, I don't know. I guess I'm just more of the person that I wouldn't want someone like Kirumi. I wouldn't want someone waiting on me hand and foot to make me better. Like, I want to be that person who makes me better, you know? Obviously, I can learn things from other people, but I want to be the one to make that big change in myself, you know?
I choose my own path. I'll be just fine even without your help.
That is stupendous, Shuichi. You never fail to take actions for your own responsibilities. Take action.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
You never fail to take actions for your own responsibilities. It urges me to support you even more.
Well, I guess that just means she sees you as respectable, Shuichi, so that's a bit of a win.
Kirumi spent some time with me, trying to get me to see my potential.
I mean, that is certainly nice of her in the context of, like, Chapter 2 Shuichi, you know? Trying to force him to see that he's more than just, you know...
Oh, I'm such a weak, lame detective boy.
You know what I mean? That Shuichi. So it'd be sweet in that context, but I feel like isolated, it's, I mean, it's still sweet. This is a little less so.
She told me that she has helped many people rise to greatness and that she senses greatness in me. She claims that if she becomes my maid, I can walk the same path to glory that her previous masters did.
Yeah, I think, and I think she knows it too. It's pretty clear that even down to, like, the Prime Minister thing, She's the one who's great, right? And not her masters.
Do you have a request?
Yeah, to hang out.
I see. So this is not really a request. If that is the case, then I will see it as a request to spend time with you. I will entertain you to my fullest, so do not worry.
Ooh, excuse me. I didn't get bored once in my time with Kirumi.
A talented entertainer too, eh? Of course she is. Of course she is. Okay, where's that fucking broom?
Will there be duties where I must use this? Then I will accept it by all means. Am I mistaken? In that case, I will use this to aid you. Shall we begin then?
I'm not telling you to come sweep my room or anything.
Shuichi, have you given some thought to what we discussed before? Like, less than 10 minutes ago.
What we discussed before?
Regarding your hidden potential.
Of course.
I assume you have not thought about it, judging by your reaction.
So you can tell, huh?
Maids require the ability to sense their master's thoughts. It's also quite easy to tell.
A maid's abilities, huh? It seems like you're prepared for anything, Kirumi, but is that expected of you?
If I wish to fulfill all of my master's needs, then of course. Not only their needs, but there are times when I must fight for my master's safety.
Fight? What do you mean?
It is exactly how I said, although it does not happen too often.
Not too often. What happened?
I served an owner of a conglomerate before. His daughter was kidnapped by criminals. Using his daughter, the criminal organization asked for a ransom equaling the state budget.
Jesus Christ.
The owner would have paid it. However, giving so much money to criminals had to be avoided. Fortunately, we knew where the criminal's main base was located. I had the owner prepare my weapon so that I may retrieve his daughter.
You mean by yourself?
Yes, the situation called for immediate action. Of course, if I had attacked them by myself, I would not have survived. The daughter's safety was my top priority. Shuichi, if you were in this situation, what kind of order would you execute?
Well, you were familiar with the location, so you should know the layout. You could use that to your advantage, splitting the enemy and engaging them.
Well done, Shuichi. Yes, I separated the enemy forces and neutralized them one by one. Very Metal Gear style, you know.
I'm honestly amazed. Sure, I can think of it, but I can never actually do it.
I secured his daughter and reached the organization's boss.
So, case closed then?
No, that was not enough. I left them if I had left them as is, they would have attempted to try again. So that is why.
Oh my god. I was about to fucking make a...
That is why I killed them, Shuichi. I fucking murdered all of them.
But no, the game made the joke for me.
Did she kill them all?
I persuaded the criminal leader to start a business.
A business?
I did not see as much potential in him as I see in you, but he did have some. I told him that if I served as his maid, I would definitely make him successful.
Yeah, you know what it is, Kirumi. You know that you're the one who's making this success. It has nothing to do with your masters. I guess in a way that's really fucking sad though, isn't it? But like, if, by all intents and purposes, Kirumi could be this brilliant fucking person, but she's put herself in a position of servitude. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily a bad thing. Because, like, undoubtedly, Kirumi, in her own way, wants to help as many people as she can, right? Maybe just to boost her own ego in a way, and widen her skill set. But she wants to help a shit ton of people. It's just that she'll always be secondary to that. Like, she herself will always be secondary to everyone else. And I don't know, there's something that don't sit quite right with me about that. Like, elevate yourself a little bit, Kirumi. You know what I mean?
I told him that if I served as... I already read this, yes. He understood the situation quickly and considered my proposal.
I don't know if considered is the right word. I wouldn't be surprised if you threatened him. You know, you did say you had prepared weapons. You would never have turned down a maid that could take out a whole group.
We are currently maintaining the butler service industry.
Oh, butlers, I see. I'm sure that they'll do just fine if they're being taught by Kirumi. Kirumi is a super maid with incredible service.
Yeah, you can say that again. You're fucking insane.
Kirumi and I parted ways and I returned to my room.
Yeah, funnily enough, actually, kind of got that the same sort of vibe as Ryoma's first two free time events, you know? Where, like, everyone she knows is just fucking batshit insanely powerful. Except that she's batshit insanely powerful. I just had a thought, because this ends on day 10, right? Like, the cycle. Are they gonna let me go to the casino on day 10? I don't know. So, I'll buy an extra, one of these, just in case. Do I have enough keys of love? I thought I did, but let me just double check. So I've got Kirumi, Angie, Tenko, Gonta, Kokichi, Sumugi, Kilo left, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's 7. I'll double check that in a minute when we look at Kurumi's thingamadoodad. I would not like to, no. So also might not be able to use the Love Hotel key on night 10. Well, I guess it's a we'll see situation. Yeah, let's double check. So done these boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. I've got enough. I've got enough keys.
Maids must train many skills, even combat. Kirumi says that she has even taken down a crime syndicate to protect her master. Alright, how should I spend my day today?
Same as... Kaito! Alright, Shuichi. Let's hang out. Well, you don't really have a choice but to spend time with me, right? I mean, not gonna turn me down, are you, bro? Except... Yeah, no way my sidekick would hang out with anyone but me. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to the courtyard with Kaito. Come on, big guy.
It's like we're the only ones here. What should we do?
I think Kaito's definitely a let's go for a run guy. Yeah, sounds good. I've been able to do my daily training since we came here. Let's run like we're chasing our pasts. Detectives need stamina too, right?
I think this conversation went well.
Or is that actually not the best one then? Is he really more of a let's just get some fresh air kind of guy? Interesting. What up with you? Time just flies by. I'll never get bored of hanging out with you, man. Let's do it again soon. So back to the dorms. Oh, Kaito. You sweetheart. I love my spaceman.
Alright, how should I spend my day today?
He is a starman waiting in the sky. Actually, he did come down to see us, and he really blew my mind.
But it is much too early for a meal, correct?
I feel like there should be a bit of dialogue before each one of Kirumi's little thingies, but
If you feel even a slight peckish, I will prepare a suitable meal, but I will adjust the portions so you may be able to eat for dinner.
Well, thank you for being considerate, Kirumi. I ate the snack that Kirumi prepared. Let's go down to the wipes.
Will there be duties where I must use this? Then I will accept it by all means. Am I mistaken? In that case, I will use this to aid you. Shall we begin then? Shuichi, I think you are misunderstanding something.
Misunderstanding? You gonna tell me off for, hanging out with you?
Do you think I am the perfect maid?
From what you've told me, you're absolutely flawless. And with your support, anyone can be incredibly successful.
Well, I do appreciate that. I do not prefer being called a perfect maid machine.
I don't think I ever said that.
Besides, it is close to impossible to help those without potential to succeed.
Well, that may be, but
there have been times when I was unable to support even those with potential.
Huh?
There was such a time when I had just started my career as a maid. A businessman hired me, and he was brimming with ambition and talent. I knew he had become famous, and so I did everything I could. I took care of his daily needs and gave him advice. I even worked as his secretary at times. When my master was busy, I would take his place, giving orders to his employees. As how the company steadily grew. My master was called Hero of Our Era. Eventually, my master became unable to do anything by himself.
What do you mean?
I provided for him far too much. I thought helping my master with any responsibility would benefit him. But he cried to me, saying he was unable to make any more decisions.
That's not your fault, Kirumi. They were just too reliant on you.
No, it was my fault. I only thought about my own feelings, I only thought about my own actions and neglected my master's feelings.
It was a good experience for you. You're like a doting mother. I'm surprised you messed up like that. Wow. Okay. I mean, I know we always... it's just the thing to call Kirumi mum. But I don't know. It doesn't really sound like an appropriate response here. I don't know. I kind of want to do it, though. I kind of want to say it. I think it was a good experience for you is the answer I would go with, but I mean, it's just the thing we say. Team Mum. Just like Mihiru was. Your Team Mum, Kirumi.
You're like a doting mother. Huh? Did I say something wrong?
Please do not call me a mother. We are the same age.
Oh. You know what? Fair enough. I guess you... Okay. Well, oopsie doodles, Danganronpa fandom. I guess you fucked up big time there. Which isn't a surprise. I very quickly found out that a lot of people just don't do free time events. Which is like, okay. I see why views on free time videos of other people, I assume it will be the same for me, but of other people are lower. Yeah, that okay. It makes a little bit of sense now. Oh dear. It's even worse in V3, I guess, because like this is completely optional dialogue inside optional dialogue. You know what? Fair enough, Kirumi. I'm actually kind of surprised I didn't call you mum until now, but you know, it makes sense actually. You aren't really motherly at all, are you? You are just a maid. It isn't really maternal like that. And in fact, thinking of your mother as a maid is kind of a pretty shit way to think about your parent, to be honest. But I guess that means Kokichi is going to need some spankings, as is Gonta. And I see you standing over there, Gonta.
That can be taken as an insult for a woman. Think about it before you say it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. She'd be self-conscious about that?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
I will not make the same mistakes again.
Really? Because it seems like you are. Like, you're doing that with me. I'm not asking you to make tea, but you make tea.
I guess that Kirumi sort of trapped herself in a bit of a paradox, hasn't she? Because, like, to fulfill the needs of her masters, she needs to be good at everything. But she can't be good at everything because then her masters will be too reliant on her. But if she's not good at everything, then she wouldn't get hired. So, like, being super maid is, I imagine it would be very difficult.
But there is still a weakness I cannot overcome. It's my most fearful enemy.
Your most fearful enemy? What's that? Huh?
I cannot touch cognac.
What?
I assume you have noticed. I assume you have not noticed. I never use cognac in my cooking.
Now that you mention it, I suppose that's true.
I have been avoiding it to elude suspicion, but I am prepared to dice it and use it.
Well, I guess you're only human after all, Kirumi. What the fuck? I mean, okay.
I spent some time trying to teach Kirumi how to cut cognac.
I mean,
okay. So that's some time. What should I do?
Damn, I can't believe we're nearly done with them. I mean, you know what? I kind of had fun with these. There weren't anything special. I think that's kind of the problem here, right? Kirumi was one of the few characters who didn't really get much in the story, and she's really not getting too much here. It's just, yes, I sure am the ultimate maid. Yeah, that's right. Maiding. Yeah. Ultimate maid. You know what I mean?
She seems perfect, but she has experienced failure. She once coddled one of her masters too much until he became totally dependent on her. She has since vowed to never make that mistake again.
I mean, don't get me wrong, these aren't bad. Like, none of these are really going to be, like, Leon levels of, okay, cool. Or even, like, Toru levels of wasted potential. But, like, I don't know, I feel like it's going to end on the bottom of the list. Like, in that bottom three, just on virtue of not being, like, that interesting.
So then I will follow you wherever you wish to go.
Yeah, I really feel like there's supposed to be a little bit of dialogue before that for Kirumi.
Might be close to impossible to leave this academy, but I should not say such things all the time. Let us think of a way to escape this academy.
Kirumi and I spent some time planning an escape.
Right, now what gift to give her? To be honest, I'm probably just gonna give her the broom again, because no one else is gonna want that, because we've finished Himiko's free time events. Here, the broom!
Am I mistaken? In that case, troublesome.
Kirumi? Is something wrong?
You're about to hear me complain. I would fail you as a maid.
No, that's not true. If that's what's bothering you. Asking for help in solving problems faster will help your master too. Won't it?
That is true. But I do not have a master to serve at the moment. I am but a stray maid.
Stray maid?
I use the phrase stray maid to help you understand. It's similar to a stray cat or dog.
First of all, I don't think those things belong in the same category.
What should I do?
Is being a stray maid that much of a problem?
Yes, it is incredibly dishonorable.
Well, Kurumi's even more serious than when she told me about her most fearful enemy.
Either my last master disposed of me, or no person needs my assistance. That is the same as having no existence.
Really? That bad.
She really is then that entrenched in the whole servitude thing. And I guess that makes sense why she doesn't like days off, right? I guess in that sense, you can almost make it like a Mikan thing, you know? But like, well, nah. I mean, it is. What I'm about to say is true, but I think it's like that's such a tangential relation. It's kind of pointless to make. But it's like, I'll continue with the thought, but it's kind of stupid. It's not really that similar. But like for Kirumi, even if it's like menial or backbreaking, doing work is better than not doing work for her. In the same way that for Mikan, any attention is better than no attention. You know, going in for Kirumi, I think it's a lot different. I mean, you sort of know my stance on Mikan, right? If you've watched my Mikan free time episodes, where like she's kind of a terrible person, but well, not a terrible person, but she's certainly on the road to being a terrible person. You know, because of all the terrible things that people have done to her. But like Kirumi is so dedicated to her job that not doing her job is like not existing at all. I kind of get it. That's. I feel like yeah, Kurumi's got a lot of stuff going on. I think inside, like it's not something she'd ever let on, which is kind of a shame because you know it's not going to let us do stuff in the free time events. But in that case, when we get to them, which I assume we will, obviously in one case we definitely will to the end of the episode, but I'm kind of interested to see like her Love Hotel event and the Harmonious Heart thing with her, because like that's a little look inside of her, right? Like it's unfiltered, whereas like in the rest of her free time event she's not going to show anything she doesn't want other people to see, right? Like she's not going to complain really, but I feel like there's a lot of turmoil probably going on with her, right? Like that. Do you know what I mean though? Because like you know what I said about the paradox of her needing to do everything but not being able to because that'll ruin someone's life. And then in the same way, not doing work makes her feel like her existence is pointless. Like there's this giant vicious circle.
Really? Not bad. Kirumi? I have a proposal for you. Even if it's just for a little while, why don't I become your master? If it's alright with you, of course.
If it is you, then I do not have any complaints. But you will have to pay me. After you sign the contract, I will serve as your maid.
Right.
Now about my salary. The standard contract is $10,000 per day.
Oh, I see we're still using dollars in this Japanese game, but Jesus Christ. What?
Sometimes I will charge you additional fees.
Isn't that way too expensive?
You're definitely worth it. Can I get a lower quality rate?
Can you do a worse job so I can pay you less?
I mean, she's definitely worth it, to be fair. Fucking Miss Ultimate Maid.
You're definitely worth it. It's honestly really expensive, though.
Of course, the salary matches the quality of my service.
Not such confidence.
You know what I will say, actually? It's not very often we get an Ultimate who is super proud and confident of in their talent. That's surprisingly not something we get super often. Because like someone like Kaede, super gifted, but really self-conscious about it. Like Miyu to a certain extent. I mean, Miyu's just a very fucking limp biscuit person, you know what I mean? And like she enjoys her talent, but there's certainly like an inferiority complex going on there, you know? Kaito, sure, he loves space, but it's more about the adventure than anything. Maki hates her talent. Rantaro doesn't know what his talent is. Ryoma has a passion for tennis, but in a way sort of resents it as well as like the thing that aided in ruining his life. Himiko is really passionate, but it holds a lot of pain for her as well. And that's just in this game, like, huh.
If I say my service is valuable, then perhaps it will encourage you to hire me. But it is also my duty to provide you a service which will be worth your payment.
Alright, I'll pay you.
Are you sure?
I think about it as an investment for my future. It's not so expensive. Most importantly, you get to keep your honor.
Wow. That is a terrible financial choice, Shuichi, but I respect the fact that you're a very selfless person.
Kirumi, is something wrong? She's laughing? Kirumi! Laughing!
I know, I was about to have that thought as well.
I was joking.
Joking? Oh, you mean I don't have potential?
$10,000 a day is definitely too steep of a price. Also, I was kidding about the stray maid thing.
Were you? I didn't know you could tell jokes, Kirumi.
Yeah, such humor is needed from a maid to calm their master. For me, I would tell jokes to my master.
To her master?
Shuichi, I have told you this before, but I feel something within you. I want to serve you regardless of the money.
Kirumi. That wasn't a joke this time. Kurumi's dead serious. Honestly, I feel like Kirumi would be totally wasted on me, but I want to see the same potential that Kirumi sees in me.
Oh, that's really sad. No, Shuichi, we know you're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'll consider it, Kirumi.
You have my gratitude. I hope it will be a wise choice.
Bed making, alright. You know what, yeah, those weren't winners, and I think they might have been my least favourite chain so far. But those were still nice, I still enjoyed those.
Kirumi and I discuss my future, and I return to my dorm, or to my room.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not... I'm actually struggling to tell what's going on there. My depth perception isn't very good, so I'm struggling a bit there. But, what the fuck? That's not what I was expecting, I'm not gonna lie. Although it does fit very well with her associative color scheme. Sorry, Kirumi, I'm just too curious.
Kurumi's favorite panties, an elegant pair of underwear with deep purple lace.
Well, very high class, that's for sure.
She says that she sees even more potential in me. She wants to serve me as a maid, completely free of charge. I promised her that I would consider... I told her that I would consider her offer after we escape.
Increase the recovery speed of the focus gauge. That's actually pretty good. Those and Ryomas were pretty fucking good compared to Kaedes and Rantaros. Well, alright, let's go on a quick date with Marky. Actually, hang on. Yeah, were we at 3? I feel like I should remember this. Did I check last episode or was it the episode before? I genuinely don't remember. What affection level am I with Marky? I'm at 3. Oh! I'm at 1 with Kirumi? Huh. That's very interesting. Oh, maybe it's just a thing with the girls. But like any girls you get in this mode, you automatically get 1 heart. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. Because if Tenko, Sumugi, and Angie are the same, then I guess, yeah. Because we didn't get that with Himiko, Maki, or Miyu. That's very interesting, if not, though. It's like Kirumi sees that much potential in Shuichi. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right? That, like, Kirumi was that invested in Shuichi that she'd want to, like... I don't know how to say this, but, you know, like, the fact that she was willing to provide her services for free because she, like, purely just because she sees potential in Shuichi. Like, I can see that fostering a relationship. Not necessarily like a romantic one, like this mode seems to suggest, but certainly a relationship. Come on, Marky, let's go on a date. I'm pretty sure we've been everywhere with her at this point. Right? We've been to the AV room. Been to the dining hall. But when we went to the library, that's where we did the harmonious heart thing. Let's go back to the library for a real date this time.
We decided to hang out in the library. Looks like we're the only ones here. What should we do?
Let's study. I want to scream really loud. Let's read a picture book. I don't think scream really loud is the Marky answer. Let's read a picture book. I feel like, you know, child caregiver thing.
Is this because I used to read to the children back at the orphanage? You really are. No, I think this is good. I like this to other people as well. You should just say whatever's on your mind. Because there are probably people who will take it the wrong way.
The wrong way? Good, it seems like we both had a lot of fun.
What are you getting at, Marky? What are you getting at there?
I never expected to have this much fun. Thanks. Because of you, I forgot about work and the other negative things. You're a really weird guy. Let's go back to the dorms.
Right. Now, I hope that the mode doesn't just end here and we actually get to have... Oh, it is gonna end here. Well, I guess we're gonna have an extra long episode this time. Pretty much just filled with, yeah, I guess because of thingy, I'm gonna do 3 more dates with Marky, aren't I? I probably won't need 3 more. Well, maybe I will. I don't think we're gonna get the 4th part right away, are we? I don't remember. Well, anyway, I will see you back when we'll be in the actual mode. And we're back! I'm kind of annoyed I had to sit through 3 minutes of cutscene again. It kind of sucked, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you know what else is gonna suck? The fact that I'm in my efforts to get Kirumi's love hotel scene, I'm gonna have to keep on buying the actually no I don't, because I have I have a couple of date tickets, but hit next rotation or next day we'll have 3 free time events, no dates, no love hotel. Well, love hotel doesn't really matter. No dates. So then, okay, never mind. It'll be fine. I'll just have to buy one of the drinks. That'll be all. So I'm not gonna have to completely just blaze through. Let's go on a date, Marky. I guess now it's back into the rotation. So we'll go to the courtyard again.
Decided to hang out in the courtyard. Looks like we're the only ones here. What should we do?
Were these the same options as before? I guess that makes sense. Let's... I mean, it wasn't fresh air last time. So let's go for a run this time.
I enjoy running since it distracts me from everything else. Even for just a moment, I don't have to think about work or things I dislike. Well then, let's run 10 laps starting here. You invited me, so you're running with me till the very end.
Seems like we both had a lot of fun.
Oh, look at her. I love her smile. Marky's so cute. I know I say that all the fucking time, but I think Marky's adorable.
I never expected to have this much fun. I never expected to have to say this line so often. Yeah, You are a really weird guy. Get out of my face.
Okay, Marky, see you later.
I mean, yeah, no, hang on. I'll do one more date with Marky, then we'll check to see if I'm at 4 or 5 hearts yet. We're gonna go on a date, Marky! To the gym!
Decided to hang out in the gym. Looks like we're the only ones here. What should we do?
No, I think these are the same options, right? I think let's get our bodies moving. I won't. Oh, that was only the kind of good one. Not the best one. Huh. Was she rather clean? Interesting. Well, I thought they mixed it up a little bit, right? In Danganronpa 2, I'm pretty sure they had multiple thingies for, So you know what? Let's go to the gym again, like, right away. Oh, shit, no. I think Marky's maxed. Oh, okay, then. I guess we can date someone else. We've been on a date with everyone I think we maxed before the story, right? Or before this, during the story before this mode, right? So let's go with... fuck it, let's go with Himiko. Survivor Squad! Himiko, there you are. Knew I'd run past you a couple of times before. Oh, that's right, yeah. Because the only date we went on with her was her harmonious heart, so this will be a completely new experience for us. Let's go to the dining hall. Have a meal with Himiko.
I decided to hang out in the dining hall. Looks like we're the only ones here. What should we do?
Let's cook something, let's bake something, let's drink something. Well, considering it's Himiko, she might be too lazy to do any of the cooking or drink or baking. So maybe she's more of a drinker, but I don't know. She seems like someone who would enjoy eating the things we bake. Sure, let's bake something.
If you're gonna make it, I can eat it for you.
I knew she'd be into that!
And just to let you know, I can't cook with my magic. I'm charging my nana in anticipation. You'll be the baker, and I'll be the eater. Well, I guess if you want some tea, I could pour you some.
I think this conversation went well.
Yeah, I figured.
Thinking about today magically, I had a lot of fun. I haven't had this much fun in a while. You can play with me again, you know. Now then, how about we go back to the dorms together?
Man, I'm kind of bummed that I skipped through Marky's date because it was the same dialogue, but oh well, I suppose. My bad. Yeah, okay. See you guys in a second for Kirumi's Love Hotel event. Hey, there she is! Okay. Oh, well. Funny that, I might actually, wow. I might actually keep that a little bit in. I was in a bit for him. Having a bit of a spiel there. Hey Kirumi, how you doing? You know, you hit a bit of a sweet spot. Well, no, you didn't hit a sweet spot. I mean, in terms of pure time, like I kind of knew it would take a while to get her, but it only took like 10 minutes, maybe 15. So you know, a nice sweet spot in terms of characters I knew were going to take a long time to pop up.
Every time I come here, I play the role of their ideal, like some shared fantasy. I wonder how it will be with Kirumi. I don't know if she has any weird fantasies.
Master Shuichi.
Oh yeah, well, I had a feeling we might be going here.
Huh? Me?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I was confused because you called me Master.
Because you are my master. I, Kirumi Tojo, will offer everything that I have to Master Shuichi.
Uh-huh. This is Kurumi's fantasy? Part of her dream. Seems as though we have a servant-master relationship. Well, I mean, trust her to bring work into the dream space. In any case, I can't break character now. Kirumi would wake up from a dream. And feel terrible. Can't let that happen, so for now I'll play along.
Master Shuichi, I must tell you something today.
What is it?
I was employed by the master, your father, for a very long time. However, that ends today. I will leave the mansion tomorrow.
What? Why this all of a sudden?
That is because... Shuichi, you promised me something. What I'm about to tell you must remain here. My secret.
Kurumi's voice became gravely serious. All right, I understand. I promise. I nodded firmly.
Thank you very much. I'm convinced you, out of all people, will keep the promise, Master Shuichi. Definitely, since you are the man I love.
I'm what? The man you love?
I mean every word of it. Although I am the ultimate maid, I do not know how to handle my own emotions.
Kirumi looked more fragile than I'd ever seen her before.
To be honest, when I first laid eyes on you, I was quite worried about your well-being as the heir to the Saihara family. I knew it was my destiny to nurture you and help you grow. I know I have not fulfilled my destiny yet, but somewhere along this path I became attracted to you. The generous smile you show to the weak, your wisdom as the ultimate detective.
That's very specific. I know. I'm a little confused sometimes with these, right? Like, to what extent I'm supposed to believe that Shuichi isn't their ideal already, right? Because sometimes it's very clearly not Shuichi, right? With Kaito, very clearly not. With Ryoma, very clearly not. But it's like Kaede, I don't know, I feel like it could have been Shuichi. Right now, it almost feels like it could be Shuichi, at least to a certain extent. Maybe to the point of that Shuichi ticks some of Kurumi's boxes, right? Because obviously, she doesn't serve him. It's not her duty to raise him. Right? But maybe she could interpret her own position as like his future maid in that way. Do you know what I mean? Granted, you can do this whenever, so it's not quite like that, but do you know what I mean?
Although you are still unsure of your role, you have the courage to move forward.
See, like, that's a very Shuichi quality, you know?
But most importantly, with your kindness, you treat me as an equal.
And like, well, I mean, Shuichi actually didn't treat her like, I mean, he wanted to, but he didn't end up treating her like too much of an equal, which is an interesting way to take that free time event. You know, I would have, honestly, I would have expected her free time events to go that Shuichi tried to, you know, have her relax a little, cut some slack, but he didn't, which was interesting.
And that is a problem. I don't understand, Kirumi. I see you as my equal and a woman who...
You mustn't. Please do not say such a thing.
What?
You must remember your duty. You are the heir to the Saihara family. That is what I have feared. My feelings will hinder you. They'll pull you away from your destiny. My love will become a bad influence on you. That is why I must leave. My pride as a maid forces me to.
Wait a minute. I don't understand.
What?
Your feelings of respect and love for me can never be a bad thing. I won't let you talk that way, Kirumi.
Master Shinichi.
Kirumi didn't say anything for a while. However... The calm, perfect composure she always kept began to crack. As teardrops fall freely from her eyes, she cried as a child would. I reached out to her shaking shoulders and held her tight, cradling her.
Oh, someone's taken that out of context. You know, that was quite wholesome. That was quite wholesome. And you know, I mean, I know I was like, oh man, I'm really interested to see Kurumi's. I really want to peer inside her head. And I think like the one thing to take away, to like really take away from that, is that her ideal person is someone who treats her like an equal. I think that's something she wants, clearly. And that's honestly quite sad. She doesn't. I don't know, Matt. The love hotels almost always have like this underlying, well, not always, but often have like this underlying tragedy to them, you know? Like Muse in particular, I'm thinking. To a certain extent, Marky's, now that we know her friend died.
What? Is it morning already? Last night with Kirumi. Was that a dream? But then why can I still hear her voice?
Well, you know what, actually, I'm both excited and not excited for. Angie, next episode. Her love hotel, I can only imagine, is going to be fucking batshit insane like she is. As will her free time events be, but we're used to that, aren't we? Anyway, guys, won't keep you any longer, but I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, hope you enjoyed watching, that is. I mean, if you did, please leave a like, comment. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Sign, YouTuber outro. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.